Good day, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome back to Raw Rasputin tips, tricks, reviews for War Thunder. Today we're flying the F3H-2 Demon, an American aircraft jet, um, tier 6, and I'm flying realistic battle, so the realistic battle rating is 9.3. Now, right from the start, stock, I was very surprised by this airplane. It was actually, it had possibilities. So it's not like you get shot down by missiles or anything else in like within a few minutes after taking off. You can actually participate in the game really good. And I've really have to say the airplane, even when you fully spade it, there is no flares or nothing. But in the entire game, the entire time I've been flying it, and I'm still not fully spaded, I never needed flares. Maybe once or twice I should have had some, maybe, but I mean, I barely ever used them. But maybe it's the way I fly it. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. But I find this a very nice aircraft to fly. If maybe I'm doing it right, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I purely use this as a boom and zoom machine, and I kind of hang back because this is not the fastest airplane. This airplane top speed is not even close to like the speed of sound. The only time you reach the speed of sound is when you go in a vertical dive, and and even then you have to push the WEP, which mainly while you're in the game you fly war emergency power all the time anyway, because it has not a very good acceleration rate. So, and that's where you hang out. You hang high, you wait for those targets that are slow, and you dive on them, because any MiG or any other plane, you like in a or horizontal flight, you can't keep up with them. So you have to dive. Even the Su-25s will get away from you if you don't boom and zoom on them. So keep that in mind. So pure boom and zoom. There's no dogfighting involved, because you lose so much energy so quick in this airplane that MiG-21s, because that's what you're facing most of the times, they they just outrun you. And I surely think this is not my kill. Huh. But anyway, you keep your speed, so I'll ride around 900 kilometers an hour, and you keep going straight as possible, and then I'll start climbing again if possible. So you always try to pounce on your enemy. One of the things that this airplane has, eventually, you have your Sparrows, your AIMS 7C rockets, and this is the first time I just got them, and I loaded them on my plane, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. AIM 7Cs are way better than AIM 7Bs. Sorry, I was going to say 9. But yeah, I was wrong. I did not know how they worked. So in this game, I'm trying to figure out like how do I lock onto a target, and I can't figure it out. So I finally, after this game, I looked it up, and how does this work? And I have to tell you, if you ever have to use them or want to use them, think twice, maybe even more than twice, because it is not worth the struggle. There's so many keystrokes you have to do to get these to lock onto target. It's way too complicated. And if you get locked on, then you might hit the target, because and you're so concentrated on hitting all those buttons that you lose track of what's really around you, and you lose your situational awareness, and yeah, you get killed. But in this game, I'm still trying to figure out like how does this work. So I'm trying to lock onto like these AIs, and yeah, I can't do it. It's just not working. So and even if, I mean, at this point, I don't know where I'm at. Is this one kill, one assist? Was that an assist? Can't remember. But anyway, it's all together. This is so far a pretty good game. So I'm still alive. I have a kill. I might have an assist. And I'm still flying. So even if those AIM-7Cs don't take off at all, I'm still doing fairly well. So yeah, don't turn with this airplane. Not necessary. The only thing I really used on this airplane all the time during the entire campaign I've been flying to get it spaded is my AIM-9Bs, and those are sufficient. You just have to be a little bit how will you call it, careful with your AIM-9Bs, because they're not very, and I always have to get used to that when I start flying, they're not very good at long range targeting. So you really have to be close to your target, and even then, if they have flares, you know what happens. So you really have to catch your enemy off guard a little bit and be able to fire your AIM-9Bs. As you can see here, this is like War Thunder Gaijin just updated their or gave us a gave us a patch where we had some more aircrafts available to us. And anyway, somehow, and I have two computers. I have a laptop I play this on, and I have a PC I play this on. But I played it on the laptop, and I noticed that my scroll wheel on my mouse didn't work anymore. Like, what happened? Is my scroll wheel bad? You know? But it worked on the Internet Explorer or on the internet. So looking into it, and you saw me do this here a little bit ago, somehow during this update, Gaijin kind of turned that off for me very nicely. So so that's what I was doing. I noticed that, yeah, my scroll wheel is not working. No, on this airplane I don't need it very much, but I usually do need it or use it in other games with other airplanes, just to scroll back a little bit. If you hit the mouse or the keys on your keyboard, yeah, it's kind of like you go back too far on your throttles, and with my mouse wheel I can control it a little better. So, and here's an F-86. There you go. A hit. I didn't think it was a very good hit, but obviously good enough to kill it. So 2 kills. 1 possible assist. I can't remember. And anyways, I'm still trying to figure out how my AIM-7Cs work, and trying to finish the match. I think there's 1 enemy left. No, 2. And I'm not too worried about those yet. I'll try to figure out meanwhile, and I won't show you all that, how my AIM-7Cs work. But so, go back to the airplane. There's a lot of ordnance. Yeah. Ordnance you can take with you on this airplane. And like I said, the only thing I took with me on every flight was my AIM-9Bs, and that's really all I needed. At first, at stock, you get 2. Once you get upgraded a little bit, you can get 4 AIM-9Bs, and you got to be careful with them, like I said. But it's a good option. But I made more kills with my cannons than I actually did with my AIM-9Bs. So anyway, very enjoyable airplane, and this game is no exception. I was able to finish the game 80% of the time in this airplane. You just have to be like what I call a defensive flying. Do a little bit of defensive flying, and you'll be fine. Make sure on takeoff you hang back, climb up to altitude. Like I was always like, well, always. I always say always, but I was close to 5,500 to 6,000 meters on every game. And you can see in the distance your enemy, their contrails, you can see where they're at. If there's a lot of enemies above or higher or at the same height as you, hang back more. Relax. There's enough enemies for you to kill during this entire game. There's like 12 of them in general. You'll get one. For me, survivability is more important than many kills. I like to get many kills, but in the long run, I also like to finish the game unharmed, because if I can do that, I get a little more coins out of it, silver lions. So, and here shows you what good of an aim I am. So keep that in mind. Finishing the game with 1 kill is still better than getting killed in a game where you had 1 kill. So you get a little more silver lions out of it. Yeah, your game might be a little bit longer, but I enjoy it that way. So anyway, this was Rasputin. Let's see how many coins or silver lions I got out of this one. What was that, 37? Yeah, 37,000. So